The memorandum, what's the purpose? A memorandum is a higher form of communication than a minute. It is the instrument used to communicate between ministries and departments which do not share the same file, communicate between senior officers and subordinate officers within the same ministry but are spatially removed. For example, Department of Health New Providence and Department of Health in Andros. It is used to communicate between departments within the same ministry who share the same building space but different registry. For example, the Ministry of Environment and the Ministry of Housing. Please note that a memorandum is a public service document. It is internal to the public service, but it goes from ministry to ministry or department to department. The use of the memorandum. The memorandum can be used to seek information on policy issues, solicit support from other government agencies for anticipated policy actions which might have a cross-agency impact, respond to questions asked of an agency, apprise another agency on the progress of a particular project or matter, or state an agency's position on a particular issue or matter. The format of a memorandum. The memo form has the word memorandum at the top left of the page and the sending agency's name at the top right of the page. Kindly note that the Ministry of Public Service also accepts the sending agency's telephone, fax, and postal contact under the agency's name at the top of the page. However, it is not mandatory because in most cases, memorandums are hand-delivered. And then we have 2, the ministry where the memo is being sent. The memo provides for the sender to enter the receiver's file reference number, and it will say your reference, and the sender's file reference number, our reference, to facilitate easy cross-reference of the matter raised in the memo. The date should also be included, and we will look at a sample a little later. Here are some things to remember when writing a memorandum. The memorandum should have a subject. The reference or topic is capitalized and bold printed. The phrase "I am directed to" is used at the opening of almost every memorandum. This distinguishes government correspondence from private correspondence. The phrase is used because in the structure of the public service, officers do not act on their own, but on the authority of a minister or head of department. The language in the public service is not flowery, but simple. We do not abbreviate in the memorandum. When writing the memorandum, be careful of your tone. Be courteous, but not passive. Always edit and proof your memorandum before issuing. It is important to note that an officer can sign on behalf of the permanent secretary or director or head of the ministry, department, or center. However, only officers at the level of or equivalent to executive officer and above can sign documents leaving the ministry or department. Their salary scale should begin at $21,600 per annum.